What are the big things that you think, if you're building out this little spreadsheet, which I did before you come and go, this is how much I think it's going to cost. What are the big line items that you think need to be on that spreadsheet that people need to consider?
Okay, so what the individual would have to pay out for will be totally dependent on the package or packages available for Mr. and Mrs. or whoever's come in here, and the terms that they've agreed with their employer. But typically, deposits for renting a property, if you're renting, that can be quite expensive.
Hmm.
Um,
Just on mine, actually, we're just moving into a new place beginning of May. That was 5% deposit and 5% broker's fee. So it's basically whatever the annual rent is, it's 10% on top of that straight out your bank.
Absolutely, yep. And some places also take a security deposit as well. So again, depending on what the contract is that's agreed with your employer, but you might have to stump up some school fees before they're paid. And some companies won't pay school fees or any other benefits until you've either completed your probational period or been there for a period of time. Again, we're seeing these changes more and more. So, money for property, money for school fees, money for getting yourself settled. Generally, property here in the UAE are bigger than property in the UK. So bringing furniture over actually could be a costly mistake. I've seen that happen. People squeeze that, put their furniture into, a big old villa or a big old apartment, and it just doesn't sit right. It doesn't look right. So they end up having to buy more furniture. So I think really what you can do to make sure you're as safe as possible or you're as prepared as you can be is make sure that you get out here, try to get out here with your family, do some research, look around, look at the compound, the areas that you want to live in, and then just make sure, as you've said a couple of times, it sounds like you're fairly well disciplined with the financial aspects of your life. But just putting pen to paper, what is it going to cost us? When might that money come back from my employer, if those benefits exist? But yeah, in short term, to answer your question, property, school fees, renting or buying a car, just an understanding that, as we've said a number of times, Adam, because of the kind of automatic holiday mode that most people go into, you actually want to budget for going out and socializing and
Yeah.
brunches, and understandably, right? You want to find yourself around and visit these new attractions in a new country that you've moved to. So I kind of understand that, but to do those things regularly here in the UAE, they're not cheap. They all add up.